Now let's talk about the mansion tax. Recently, a penthouse... Recently, a penthouse in Hyde Park sold for £140 million. Is he really saying that someone in that house should in that penthouse should pay the same amount of annual property tax as someone in a house worth a fraction of that value?
We have made sure that the richest in our country have made a contribution by putting up stamp duty. We put up stamp duty. We put up stamp duty on empty properties. We're charging foreigners property that come and invest in our country. But the point about this is what we need is a growing economy that's providing the jobs, the livelihoods for our people. That's what we're getting, whereas what he's had in the last week is a pasting from a pop star.
Mr. Speaker, that's exactly what I expect from this Prime Minister. He only feels the pain of people struggling to find a £2 million garage. That is this Prime Minister. Now, I'll tell him why we need a mansion tax, because the NHS is going backwards on his watch. Can he explain why this morning the NHS has missed its cancer waiting time targets for the third quarter in a row, meaning that 5,500 people waited more than 62 days for treatment?
Well, we're certainly not seeing a class act opposite, I have to say. And, I mean, this is... In the last week, Mr. Speaker, he's been called useless, hopeless, out of his depth, doesn't cut it, and an absolute disaster. And that's just what the front bench think. Now, he asks about...